Okay, so here's the plot summary. Happy monkeys, scared monkeys, smart monkey, crazy monkey, baby monkey, curious George, sad monkey, barrel of monkeys, monkey business, bad monkey, ape escape. Damn, that's a lot of monkeys. The film, of course, suffers the same pitfall that plagues all prequel movies. After the first 10 minutes, you can see the rest of the plot coming a mile away. In the film, those silly humans are at it again, trying to cure some sympathetic disease, and because it's in vogue now, they've re-engineered a virus strain to promote brain cell growth and are testing it on chimpanzees. What could possibly go wrong here? Making matters worse is James Franco's character. In the film, he's dating this girl for years, and there's no indication they get hitched. Obviously, he's far too obsessed with his monkey research to cure his hopelessly dying father to tie the knot with a smoking hot Frida Pinto. By the end, I was so annoyed with him and not making a move that I prayed he would be eaten by his beloved chimps. And this was true of every human. The filmmakers went out of their way to make every ancillary human character as unsympathetic as possible, leaving the only ones to root for being the ones with the hairy backs. But my biggest problem is the title. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Rolls right off the tongue, right? Why does Hollywood think we can't figure out on our own it's a prequel to Planet of the Apes? Had I been in charge, it would have been simply titled Rise of the Apes. That way it fits nicely into a box set. Rise of the Apes, Planet of the Apes, and Revenge of the Sith.